Let's go on to your next pick here, DeWitt. Ravens and Vikings getting together in what could be a fun game if we get the good version of the Vikings. Ravens open up at BetMGM as 5.5-point favorites. What do you like here and why?
Like we were talking about earlier, you just want to grab a line that you think is going to grow during the week. This seems like a line that the odds makers didn't want to put it down at like 3.5 or 4 for the Ravens, but they didn't want to put it all the way at 7 because they were thinking people are going to come grab the Vikings at 6.5 or 7. So they're kind of like put it in the middle. Let's see which way the money comes in, and then we'll just kind of wait it out during the week, and then we can move it whichever direction, on Wednesday or Thursday before when the casual bettors really start digging into it. So I just see and I'm probably overreacting to Sunday Night Football. I'll just go out there and throw that out there. But that team performance, especially on offense last night from the Vikings, was really, really bad. Like they have Kirk Cousins, who's this multi-million-dollar quarterback they paid. They have great running back. They have 2 stud wide receivers in Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson. What were they doing last night, and why were they afraid to attack the Cowboys defense? Whereas the Cowboys offense with a backup quarterback attacked the Vikings on that last drive when they could have played it more conservative, settled for the field goal, went to overtime. I just see this line going up during the week, and I think the Ravens are getting healthier as this goes on. They've had a lot of injuries on the back end. Their secondary's had some injuries. I just see this line kind of growing throughout the week, maybe Ravens 6.5 or 7 by the time it kicks off. So that's kind of why I'm taking the Ravens right now. And I just don't believe in the Vikings right now. They just seem like that team had zero mojo going on the sideline last night. They looked like a team that wasn't engaged in the Sunday Night Football game against a backup quarterback.
Jekyll and Hyde team, the Vikings are. We know that offense can be really good. We've seen it. We've seen it against bad teams. We've seen it against good teams. We've seen that be a really explosive offense. And I was expecting, with Dak, without Dak, I was expecting that to be a strong offensive performance from the Vikings. With Dak, I was expecting it to be an up and down sort of game. But even when we knew Dak wasn't going to be playing last night, that wasn't going to necessarily force the Vikings to have the foot on the gas all night, but I still thought we would see a really efficient performance, especially from the passing game. Just wasn't there. Justin Jefferson did have to spend some time out of that game dealing with some minor injuries. He was in more than he was not in. Just 4 targets for Justin Jefferson. It was just a discombobulated game from the Vikings right from the jump. And so I think there's a bounce back possibility here, which is why I can't get fully on board with this pick of yours as opposed to the Rams-Titans one. But I see the logic and I see where you're going with the Ravens team that, got a well-timed bye and can come off of that for this home game with the Vikings.